Hey everyone, DadJokesPwn here, back for another video after an admittedly long hiatus. I do apologize for that, as I had some real life stuff come up that needed handling, but hopefully we'll be back on a more regular video launch cadence here, at least for the upcoming future. And just wanted to drop a video, a quick fun video. This is now update 20 as of yesterday, February 5th, actually. So I'm a day late, so I do apologize for that, especially for any of you who are searching for the code to get you up and running in this particular instance. But it is, and we'll start out with that. The code is ice wastes, or excuse me, ice waste. And you can see I've already redeemed that. What that will get you is one super yin boost. It'll get you a super damage boost, and it'll also get you 3 luck boost. So that's nice. And with that out of the way, you'll notice that we're here in Kingdom of 4, and the reason being is that there's kind of a lot of clutter going on in this new world, Icy Waste. So it can be a little bit disorienting, and it's a really cool looking world. I freely admit that I like the aesthetic. They definitely went all in for kind of the frozen wasteland idea, and depending on where you live, where I live, we've had plenty of frozen wasteland in real life. Pretty big snowstorm came through and hit us, but um, if you wander your way over this way, this is actually the secret boss that gives you the secret achievement that'll pop up in the bottom right. And unfortunately, I've already killed her, so I've already gotten that. The name is Avatar, and again, that's where meteors can potentially spawn. And speaking of meteors, that's kind of a nice transition to get into one of the number of different changes in update 20 is meteor showers. And meteor showers are actually really cool. I like the concept, and essentially what you'll see, if you look at the top left of my screen, you see the announcement about the massive raid in Walled City. Well, you'll get a similar notification, and it'll just say a meteor shower is starting. And a few seconds after that, you'll see a meteor hit. And normally we're used to seeing meteors show up just once in a while. They'll land in a place. You'll get the announcement. You run over there and kill it, and cross your fingers for the fruit you want. However, with meteor showers, it actually prompts a whole bunch of meteors falling uh, really quickly. You have one hit, and then 30 to 60 seconds or something like that. I haven't actually timed it. I don't know the exact cadence, but pretty quickly after one hits, you'll get another one and another one and another one, and you'll get like 8 meteors hit in a very short period of time. And if you happen to be lucky enough to be on a VIP or private server, however you like to call it, you get access to all kinds of fruit in a very short period of time, and they're pretty exciting events when they pop up. I've gotten to participate in a couple of them, and it's pretty fun. I actually got lucky enough to get a divine fruit out of one of them. So here, over the last couple of days, I've lucked out and gotten 2 divine fruit, which I've sorely missed being able to get some of these. And another improvement in, oh, excuse me, hit the wrong thing. Another improvement here in update 20 is the fact that, um, and it's a little bit admittedly vague what he's actually talking about, but when I read buffed drops in all worlds, I'm assuming that means the fruit drop rates. And I do feel like I am seeing a little bit more fruit than ordinary, and I've gotten 2 divine fruit drops in the last couple days, which is more than I'd gotten in the 2 weeks, but maybe even month prior. It had been a long time since I'd gotten any divine fruit, so I'm really excited for that. I hope I start to see more of them, as I really want to get red bat bumped to shiny, but I'm not going to risk it with a low number of fruit, as you can all imagine. So meteor showers out of the way, we talked about that. The other big thing is the new talent system for fighters, and this really only applies to any fighters that you open here from update 20 or later. You can actually find this feature if you scroll down to Fruits Island. There's a new machine, and it's just an appraiser, which lets you know basically how strong your unit is. So anything from back before update 20, they're all going to be a rating of B, and they'll all show a base damage, ult damage, so on and so forth. They'll all have a number 5 next to them, so none of them really get thrown out of balance here. So where this actually shines is with newer units. So for instance, I happen to pull the new secret, the Prodigious Knight, and if I look at him in here, he actually happens to have an S rating. So he's an S tier, and that's because really high attack speed. Actually, it's maxed out. It has a number system between 1 and 10, and base damage is 9. So pretty big bumps in base damage as well as attack speed. And you see here that the baseline is 5 for all these numbers. So I'm down a little bit on ult damage. That's kind of a shame, but with the fact that I have much higher base damage and pretty considerably higher attack speed, I'll be charging those ults a lot faster. So it kind of helps offset that ult damage a little bit. And then obviously you see here that I have a plus 12% for movement speed. In my mind, all I really care about are these 3 units: the base damage, the ult damage, and the attack speed. Movement speed is not something that I'm overly concerned about, quite frankly, as there are a number of different passives which can help offset that. So tiny or speedy or blessing, and then of course God, if you happen to get ultra lucky. So not super worried about movement speed. Plus you can always cheese it and unequip a really slow fighter and re-equip it, and it's right on top of you. So not too interested in movement speed. I'd be perfectly happy to have a low number here, but then have amazing numbers for all these up here. So you can look over here. It does reiterate the fact that the numbering system is on a scale of 1 to 10, and then anytime you open a shiny unit, it always has strong talents, and I think that's a good way to build this system in. It would really suck to, in that rare instance of opening, say, a shiny secret, or even if you get ultra lucky, a shiny divine, um, if it then turns around and has just crappy stats, that would be pretty heartbreaking. So I'm glad that was kind of factored in to this system. So Direb did say in an announcement that he's looking at ways to actually change these stats. I don't really know what that implementation is going to look like, but right now we can appraise them, get an idea for what's the best to hang on to, maybe what's the best to fuse into something else, and kind of keep this in mind. But also, don't forget, at some point we're apparently going to be able to manipulate these figures, so it might be wise to hang on to those secrets or even mythicals or shiny mythicals, which may at some point be able to be a little bit stronger. So we'll see what happens there. And for those of you who paid attention and have kind of been following me and my progress, you'll probably have noticed that I have my greatest evil up and running. Level 232. Super excited about that. Got that out of the incubator yesterday, and really couldn't be much more excited about it. It's pretty great. And have my red bat at 234. Got my shiny soar with Yeti up to level 228, rocking 70 trillion damage. And then you'll notice here that I have went ahead and bumped up my units that I have leader on. And that's really a quality of life thing. I elected to level them up just for the simple fact that it allows me to hit equip best and it doesn't start equipping random stuff like these mythics or what have you. It'll actually equip the units that I want to be bringing with me. Also threw a little bit of extra into my generous Jane, just again for the simple fact that it helps me farm both time trial as well as um, anything for yen or defense, just that much more efficiently. And then of course I've got my shiny Zeus here with tactical 3 that you saw us re-roll a couple videos ago, and that's sitting at 15 trillion damage. But of course, as you know, it's actually 30 trillion on a boss. So pretty solid damage across the board here, and that puts us at 96.9 trillion DPC currently, with a highest DPS of nearly 8 quadrillion DPS, and sitting at a little over 2100 um, hours played. So I feel like that's pretty solid progress. I'm excited to see where we can end up. And a video or two ago, I did promise to do a showcase for the shiny greatest evil. I'm definitely going to do that. I hope to have that out in a uh, pretty short period of time. And since I got it, I'm also going to go ahead and do a showcase on Prodigious Knight, and eventually maybe get that leveled up if I manage to score one with a solid passive on it, and then turn around and turn it into a shiny unit. So looking forward to that as well, and definitely have a lot to uh, kind of keep me busy here. You'll see here I've done quite a bit of summoning. I've managed to get 4 of the new shiny mythicals, so only one away from being able to craft that brand new shiny mythical, and or excuse me, the new shiny crafted, I should say, and that'll be exciting as well. So that's going to do it for this video. I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in and your patience and waiting for new content. Again, hopefully we'll have a better release cadence for videos going forward here, but as it stands, we should be in pretty good shape. So thanks for tuning in. I definitely appreciate it. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, favorite, shares, all that good stuff. Comment below what you're looking forward to, and I'll be happy to see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.